Okay, my name's Catherine Henderson, and I do peace promotion work. I used to think of myself as doing violence prevention work in the schools, but now I see myself as really doing peace promotion work. We do that in a lot of different ways. We do that through peer mediation programs that many people are familiar with. Do that through positive youth development activities of really providing ways that kids discover who they are as leaders and their own internal sense of self, and helping them to really find their voice and find a way of sort of defining who they are in the world, and they can really play a key role. Really like to do that in a number of different ways through engaging them in activities that really provide through metaphor. And I think one of the things that speaks to me most clearly is the change over time that I've seen in the sophistication of kids to grasp concepts and assume leadership roles, to really jump in and see that they really can play a key role in being involved all the way from policy to being engaged in really supporting their individual, their other students. And one of the examples I have of that, I guess, is the level of engagement at the last Peacemakers conference that we did down in Eugene. We had 350 middle school and high school students that came and spent the day learning about issues of racism and peace and healthy relationships and becoming actively involved, and just, again, seeing them not as passive recipients. Over half of our students, our workshops also had student presenters, so it was a very engaging and dialogue-filled day to be able to help them sort of discover that sense of who they are. Different schools do it really differently. Some actually have classes. Many of the peer mediation groups have been institutionalized now into ways of helping to address conflict before it gets to be a discipline issue. Some of the schools have peer helper groups, which have been around for a long time. They seem to ebb and flow, but I think they're sort of seeing a comeback as we recognize that kids are already peer helpers. We just can help them strengthen the skills that they're already using. Really, I think on a lot of it is continuing to recognize as adults that we're really here to help foster and strengthen what kids already know, and just help them to remember some of who they are and how they are in the world. That's an ongoing challenge that we have in the schools, especially when many of our school districts have budget cuts that they're having to deal with. But I think once that the adults recognize that there are ways and means of doing that and the value of doing that, then they're more able to look at how they can help make that happen.